Here we go. They're revving up their engines, and we're getting ready to go with one of the biggest classes of the day. Hold on to your hat. Take a look at turn number 1 and see if these guys get all through in pretty good shape, because they're going to go in there 3 and 4 abreast. And hold on to your hat. Look out. Check out turn number 1. Okay, we're still going for points, but I don't think we've got any money this month. We'll find out a little more information about all this next month on the Honda and Yamaha contingency prizes for this class. But 600 stock production is going to be a very big class to get into and very competitive amongst Honda and Yamaha. And here they come out of turn number 9, and already a pretty big lead by your leader. And there's a great 3-rider duel, 4-rider duel for second spot as they come down and complete lap number 1. Cordillo out in front. Cordillo out in front, as we mentioned, bike number 260 running in second spot. Mike Gray's doing a good job holding down second. Then in third spot, 251 and barely off the pace. That is, well, we don't have a 251 on our list down here. Doug Tolan holding down third spot. In fact, he went into second as they crossed the start-finish line. Then in fourth spot was bike number 829. That's Peter Wensloff, as we said, a relatively new rider, but he's doing quite well, running up there in fourth. And in fifth spot, bike number 834. 834 is going to be Al Ross on a Yamaha. And then in sixth spot, bike number 7, the very frustrated Don Canet. Don hasn't been showing much today, just barely up there in the top 6 and 7. And we know we've seen better performances out of Don in earlier races. And who knows, maybe, you know, first season, some riders are ready, some riders aren't. And we expect to see Don back up there pretty soon. Race isn't over yet, though, but that's very unusual to see Don Canet this far down in the positioning, back down there in 6th position. But remember, that's right, Don Canet has crashed twice, so, I mean, he's probably a little nervous. Steve Cordell out in front. Look at this mad scramble for second spot. 5 riders going for it, and it's changing all the time. And Canet is in the middle of it, in the back of it, and now he finds himself in the middle of it. So Don Canet is going to probably go from 6th to 2nd in no time at all. Look at this. He just annihilated 3 riders, and he's up in the 4th spot. So despite the 2 crashes, one up there in turn number 3 and one in turn number 9, he's coming back through the pack. goes Cordillo all by himself, but he doesn't know what kind of tumult is going on behind him here as 829 now is in second spot. A terrific ride is by Peter Winslow. This guy, I've never heard of the guy until late last year, and now look at it. He's ahead of a very talented pack right there. Don Canay's in the middle of that. Mike Graves is in the middle of it. Doug Toland is in the middle of all that. Great race for second spot, and Winslow, the relatively unknown rider, is starting to pull away there in second position. A good ride by Winslow. Cordillo comes by in second spot. We'll see you, Larry. Larry Haydu of Raceway Rescue Services up here visiting. Very rarely he gets a chance to get over here now. Winslow in second spot. Then comes Graves, I believe, after him. And Toland, I don't see Toland in the middle of that pack anymore. In fact, that mad scramble for second spot is starting to stretch itself out a little bit as they come up on some lap traffic. But your leader right now, heading around turn number 2 and starting to go up the hill. We're at the halfway point now in this race, and right now it's Steve Cordillo, and Cordillo having pretty much things his own way since the drop of the green flag, doing a great job holding down the lead. That mad scramble for second spot now is more or less smoothed itself out, and we're going to check it out as they come by the start-finish line once again. Cordillo goes by, then a lapped rider, and boom, look at this, it's starting to heat up again. Winslow and Graves are going at it handlebar to handlebar, and Canay is right behind them. Canay off to a terrific start. With Canay running there in third and fourth spot. In fifth spot now is bike number 834. That's Al Ross running there in fifth spot. In sixth spot, it's Doug Toland in sixth spot. He's dropped off the pace. That's very odd for Doug Toland to be that far down. In seventh spot is Mike Erickson on a Yamaha. He's running in seventh spot, 503. That is your top 7. But let's keep an eye on that 3-rider duo for second spot. It got cold there for a couple of laps, and now it's heating up again. As it looks like Cordillo has got the lead pretty well wrapped up, but Winslow in a tough... I want to remind you people that Doug Toland out there running in what? In sixth spot right now. He's on that brand new Honda Hurricane. In fact, he was up here for the longest time. We should have talked about it. But he's on that brand new Hurricane. That's going to be the class that Honda's going to be paying a lot of money in. So watch for Doug Toland come by. He's on one of those one-off model Hurricanes that nobody seems to get right now, but he's got one. And our leader's coming down the front straightaway again. Here comes Steve Cordillo lapping traffic, going through them like a Sherman through Georgia during the Civil War. Here's that madcap battle as Canay drops off the pace a little bit, weaving back and forth. Oh, they almost touch. Winslow and Graves, and I'm telling you, these guys are really going at it, and there's not much Canay can do as he drops back off the pace. Then behind him comes Richard Moore, Doug Tolan on that brand new Honda. It's a pretty looking machine. And he pulls up almost beside Moore going into turn number 1. And it looks like Tolan may be passing Moore, and he does. He goes right on around him between 1 and 2 when Moore got hung up in some traffic. And now Tolan picks up another position as Tolan now gets up into 5th place on that brand new Honda Hurricane. 250 Grand Prix riders up to the pre-grid, please. 250 Grand Prix riders up to the pre-grid, a money race. I want to mention that the Honda money will be available in March. The Yamaha money will be available in April. So that's the word we get up here. White flag is out for Cordillo. Looks like he's on the way to an easy win. It's not going to be so easy for Swensloff and Graves. These guys have been at each other's throats all race long, and we're going to keep our eye on that battle as they go into the last lap. On his way to an easy win, but look at this battle going up the hill right now as they break hard. That's between Peter Winslow, a Yamaha rider of virtually unknown status. We're going to have to get a card on this guy. He's really starting to impress a lot of people out here today. And he's having a great scrap with Mike Graves by number 260 on the Yamaha, and that battle is going to go right down to the checker flag. Okay, we're looking for our leader coming out of turn number 9, and it's going to be from the time the green flag dropped, a very easy win for Steve Cordillo. But as we mentioned, it wasn't so easy from behind in second spot. Let's check this out. There's Cordillo, but look at this out. Let's check out Winslow and Graves. Look at this, side by side, and Winslow's going to hold him off and get second. Winslow, one of the top riders up there in the northern region, up by Sears Point, does real well up here, but very rarely makes his way down to Willow Springs. But showing what he can do on a different track, Winslow impressing a lot of people down here. And Peter Winslow, the Yamaha rider, holds him off and gets second position. Graves gets third. Don Canay finally came up to finish fourth. Then Richard Moore back there in a very disappointing fifth position. And Doug Tolan back there in sixth position. But remember, he's on that brand new Honda Hurricane. And that should be the class to watch for when Honda starts paying some money in that Honda Hurricane class a little bit later on this year.